Welcome back to Uthanax Legion, a division of the Kolat Information Network. Tonight we continue our review of the Into the Accordlands set for Warlord Saga of the Storm. We're going to go over the wizard items tonight. Um, Previous episodes can be found in the description down below if you'd like to watch our other videos in this series. Um, so there are 12 wizard-only items that we're going to be going over tonight. First up is Archivist's Journal. This is a level 2 wizard item book. It enters play with a charge counter. And this character's spells gains a bonus to strikes and DC saves equal to the number of charge counters on Archivist journals. At the end of turn, add a charge counter to Archivist journals. So this is an item that you kind of want to play early. Um, so that you can increase the bonus that it gives. Um, it's a decent effect. Um, Obviously, uh, it doesn't give any intrinsic value other than uh, bonuses to strikes and DC saves. So it will take a good dedicated deck to properly um, maximize its value. Um, I feel like that at least for in my thoughts, I don't think this is as constructed playable as some of the other cards that we're going to see in this suite. So I think this is more relegated to limited format play. Next is a reprint. This is Bloodsteed, a level 4 item steed. No bonuses, but it does have two abilities. Order, spend Bloodsteed, Journey, and then it has Destroy Order, move to any of your ranks. Um, so as far as steeds go, this is actually um, this is actually a pretty good one. Um, you can play this on a high level wizard, and instead of having to slowly spend it to get it to the front ranks, you can literally just go, oh, I'm just going to destroy the steed, move to the front rank, or whatever rank you want to move it to. Um, it was a great card back in the day. I think it serves the same purpose here, and I do expect wizards to be playing this, particularly if you're running a bunch of high rank wizards that you want to move around. Next up is a new item and one I'm very fond of. This is Burning Scroll. It's a level 5 wizard item book. It grants a +2 melee bonus and changes um, and its fire type. The um, the item has the ability Order, spend Burning Scroll, perform a +3 range strike. So it buffs your melee attacks, and it gives you a range strike. Let's. I think um, of the items that I have uh, that are in this group, I think Burning Scroll is the one that's going to have the most immediate impact. It's playable on your Warlord on the first turn. It gives your Warlord a buff with your physical strikes. Gives it a range strike. That spends the scroll and not the unit, is not the character, which is fantastic. So I expect this one to see a lot of play. Next up is another reprint. This is Cloak of Brilliance. It's a level 7 wizard item. It's an armor and it's a cloak. It gives +3 to your armor and has the feat. It gives your character charisma +5. So charisma is limited react before target character within 2 ranks makes a die roll. Succeed with a charisma check of DC 20. The target has your choice of advantage or disadvantage on the roll. So yeah, this is a nice reprint to have in this set. It's a simple ability. You have the feat where they've been able to write out the entire trait, so it's very easy for a new player to understand. And of course, charisma has changed with this edition. Um, Instead of doing a reroll, um, uh, it's now the target has your choice of advantage or disadvantage. So if it's your character, you want it to have advantage so that you can roll 2d20s and keep the best one. And if it's opponents, you want to give it disadvantage because you want it to roll 2d20s and you get to choose which one they keep. Again, a nice reprint, very simple. Um, has potential playability on your Warlord right off the bat or higher level wizards. Um, Obviously, it's going to depend on other options, but this is a nice, safe one, if nothing else. Okay, next up is Cloak of Flight, the level 5 wizard item armor cloak. Um, it does necrotic, it changes to necrotic damage, +2 armor class. This character's spells gain the arcane trait. Order, spend Cloak of Flight, Journey. So arcane is just a simple trait. Right now, there's not much that deals with it. That may change in the future. Um, so comparatively, if you compare Cloak of Flight to Cloak of Brilliance, um, right now this one has Journey. It lets you move forward or back in one rank. Um, this gives +2 armor class. The other one gives +3 armor class. So you're splitting hairs between Journey and Charisma. Really depends on which one that your deck is more in the market for. Um, this one is a little easier played on your level 3 non-warlord characters, since a level 3 in rank 3 will equip a level 6, and of course Cloak of Brilliance is a level 7, so that makes it a little more difficult there. Um, but having the journey keyword is pretty good also. So again, really depends on your deck strategy for this, but I do like that this could be very good for a wizard deck that wants to move around. All right, next is Crystal Diadem, and I know I'm going to butcher that. It's a level 6 item helm, wizard item, plus 1 armor class, has scribe plus 0, and then has limited order. Wound any number of your characters. This character gains plus 3 skill this turn for each character wounded this way. So this is an interesting card. So first off, let's go over Scribe. Um, Scribe plus 0, you'll reveal a spell from your hand that you want to attach to a character. Um, you'll add the Scribe bonus to your skill bonus, and then roll a d20. If you make a 20 or if your combined total is 20 or higher, the spell attaches and can be saved to be used at a later turn. If you don't succeed, the spell is discarded. So that's where the limited order comes into play, where you can increase your character's skill. Um, Now, wounds wounds are very very difficult to manage in certain decks. Um, plus 3 skill may actually be pretty good because that does add to it for the entirety of the turn. Um, but that is a high risk, high reward scenario. Um, for me, I don't know if I would personally be running this at least in the saga format right now. Um, Now, there's probably some ridiculous abilities um, in the legacy formats of the game, ancients and open. Um, but as far as saga, I think I'm going to pass on this one. Next up is Dragon's Blood, and this is also a reprint. It's a level 3 wizard item, no bonuses, but has a destroy react. Before casting a wizard spell, this character gains plus 2 levels for casting the spell. Um, so while there are a few spells that allow you to or um, that involve your wizard's level, obviously just casting the spell is the biggest part. I don't know if this really does enough in constructed to warrant its play. I do, however, believe that it is good enough, um, depending on how well or how bad your draft went or you're sealed, that you could use this in a pinch to help a lower level wizard cast a higher level spell that you needed in your limited formats. But as far as constructed, I think this one's going to also be left behind. Next up is our rare regalia piece. This is Cobblite Regalia. It's a level 8 wizard item. Counts as an armor, a gauntlet, a helm, and a shield. Um, it is necrotic damage, plus 5 armor class, and it is unique. React. After this character casts a spell, spend Cobblite Regalia. Target a character within 2 ranks who must succeed with a will save. It's a DC 5 plus this character's skill, or spend and suffer a wound. +5 armor uh, is huge. Um, the bonus, um, the will save DC 5 plus the character skill, with it being usually a warlord or level 4 higher character, um, there's a good chance that the skill is decently high. Um, so there's potential for the character, for you to also KO another character, or even just spend another character and keep it from getting an attack. Um, it's the the biggest piece that you're also having to deal with is the other armors that you're already dealing with the Cloak of Brilliance and the Arcane Cloak that we had previously, also fighting for the armor slot here. I don't think Gauntlet, Helm, Shield you're going to have to worry about in Wizard, but the armor slot you will. Um, so this is going to have to go in specific here, spe- specific Warlords deck that can take the best advantage of this. Um, to make this secondary ability or this ability rockable easily. Um, so that's going to be a very small, it's going to be a smaller grouping than the others. Next up is another reprint. This is a great card. This is Nihil. It's a level 5 wizard item familiar. Um, no attack or AC bonuses, but it does give the bearer +2 skill. React. After this character spends to cast a level 1 or level 2 spell, spend Nihil, ready this character. Um, there are a plethora of level 1 and 2 wizard spells that your warlord is going to want or higher level wizards are going to want to play, and being able to um, spend Nihil to ready the character that you just spent for the spell um, is very important. Things like magic missiles and blast um, are the first two that come to mind, but there's definitely many, many more. Definitely an item that I would pack at least one of, maybe two of. Um, or you may even go three of, depending on how many wizards that you of the upper level variety that you're packing in your deck. Next is Unicorn of Thune. This is a level 6 wizard item steed. No attack or AC bonuses, but also gives +2 skill. Order, spend Unicorn of Thune, journey. Order, spend Unicorn of Thune and banish 2 action cards from your discard pile. Heal a wound from this character. So as a wizard steed, obviously this one is fighting with Blood Steed for the the space, the steed spot. Both of them can journey. Uh, the unicorn here being able to heal a character is really good. Um, particularly if you're doing a spell blitz deck with a bunch of spells. But you can't, as like, there's not a lot of spell recursion, or and hasn't been in the game's history. So being able to use those action cards um, to heal your wizard is fantastic. So if you want the aggressive route, you're playing Bloodsteed. If you're going the defensive route, probably playing Unicorn of Thune. Um, this is a freaky one. So this is the legendary item in Wizards. This is Well of Screams, um, level 7 wizard item treasure. I don't know if I'd call it a treasure. React twice per turn before target character is killed. Banish the target instead and add a charge counter to Well of Screams. Order. Spend well and remove any number of charges from it. This character casts a spell from your discard pile with a level equal to the number of charges removed, then banish the spell. Um, so I was just talking about not a lot of ways to play spells, recurse spells. Um, Apparently there is now, this one is definitely one now. Shout out to Jason Engel. This piece of artwork is beautiful and frightening at the same time. Um, um, this is an interesting ability. You get to banish the character that's killed, and then add a counter. So you're denying any sort of recursion for your opponent, or you could be banishing your own. Who knows? But being able to stack the counters on this for several turns and then cast a high level spell is kind of scary. Um, this has got some interesting, potentially interesting um, play patterns. Uh, I do not know um, how many of these or how often you will be playing copies of this, but it definitely it's definitely intriguing. All right, the last of the wizard only items um, is Woestone. It's a level 4 item, wizard item. It gives +3 armor, but it has the cursed trait. This character is cursed. Um, this character suffers disadvantages on strike rolls. Roll 2 dice and your opponent and use the worst result. Um, so it's a low level item that gives +3 to your armor. You're cursed, which there are some cards in the game that deal with cursed, with a character being cursed. Um, but you suffer disadvantage on strike rolls, so that's melee and ranged. Um, I honestly, I don't know if the +3 AC is is worth a level a an item uh, that makes you suffer disadvantage on strike rolls. Um, I wouldn't be putting on my warlord. Um, I want to be firing spells and range strikes at you, and most of the spells that create a range strike are going to be affected by this. I don't want to be affected. So there has to be a payoff somewhere. I'm very interested to find out where it is. But as of now, uh, I I don't have an answer for this one. This one is this is going to be the last card that gets passed in a draft, and you're gonna sit it in your pile to the side and not use. All right, that is all the wizard items for Into the Accordlands. Um, our next episode will be the last of the items. It will be all of the multi-class items. And until next time, no matter the game, there is no escape from the tiger.